Hi everyone, thanks for joining the PE class today, Monroe City Schools TV channel on YouTube. I'm so happy to see you guys. I know you're excited to do yoga. We are going to learn yoga poses today. Some of you that take my class that are my students at Cypress Point Elementary have already done some of these poses in our yoga unit that we did this year. But if you haven't tried any yoga poses, I think you will truly enjoy it. Yoga is an amazing lifelong activity that you can continue throughout your adult years, and it doesn't take any equipment. You just can do it on the floor, and it's just an open area. It's wonderful. It's great for flexibility and building up strength and range of motion. It's all in all, it's good for your mind as well. Just calming. It's very relaxing, and I'm excited that you're here today to join us. So thank you for joining us. We are going to start with a mountain pose. So we're going to start with a mountain pose, and so you just breathe. Put your hands by your side and breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and do it again. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good job. Okay, we're going to move on to another pose now. Make sure you're breathing throughout the lesson. And the next pose is a tree pose. And you're going to pull your foot up here. You're going to put your hands right here. If that is hard and you're having trouble balancing, you can do a modified version of that by putting your foot down here on your calf muscle, or having your toe on the floor and your heel on your ankle, and pressing your hands in really hard right here, breathing and squeezing your muscles tight so you can hold your balance. Very good, very nice. I love that you're trying. It's okay if you're wobbling and falling. I'm not a professional yoga instructor either, so it's okay. It's just for fun and to help you stay fit. So a triangle pose, you're gonna go down like this, and your arm is reached straight up. Nice job, nice job. And in between each pose, if you just want to turn to the center and breathe while I click on our next pose on the screen, that would be awesome. Okay, warrior one. So with warrior one, you're in a lunge. Your front toe is forward, your back toe is facing the front. I guess the front, and this would be to the side. And your arms are up, and your hands are touching at the top, and your elbows are locked out, and you're looking at the top, and you breathe in. Nice job. You're doing really well. Keep breathing. Breathing out. Work on those breathing techniques where you breathe in and breathe out. You hold it. Very nice. You can come back to the center. I love how you guys are in a deep lunge. The further you get in your lunge, you're going to feel it in your muscles and your legs and your hips. It's great. Warrior two. So your legs are pretty much in the same position, but instead of your arms up top, your arms are like this, and you look over this hand. Nice job. You'll probably start to feel it burning in your quadriceps, your thighs, and the inside of your legs, and that's good. That means you're doing everything that you are supposed to be doing to work these muscles. Okay, now we're gonna get on the ground. Well, our hands and feet will be on the ground. You're gonna keep your feet together. Make sure your heels are on the ground, and your hands are gonna crawl way out here, and you're gonna push your weight onto your heels. And this is called downward facing dog. Nice job, guys. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Awesome job. You can just go down on your knees in between the poses that we transition to now. You're gonna start feeling it, guys, and it might seem basic, and like if you're used to doing football and basketball, it might feel like, oh, this isn't really a workout. Tomorrow you will be sore. You will feel like you're working different muscles than you're normally working with other sports and activities, and it's just really good for you. But make sure you continue to practice your breathing techniques where you breathe in, you inhale, and then you breathe out and exhale slowly. Okay, so from here, from the downward dog, we were here, and you can go down like this to Cobra. Your toes are pointed, your hands are flat on the ground, and you're arched. Your back is arched. Kick your chin up as high as you can. And you want, if you can do it like this with your legs on the ground, that's great. If you want to try a little harder version of it, you just have your toes on the ground. And your thighs are off the ground. You're arching and breathing. Nice job. You guys are doing amazing. Sit back on your knees while we wait for the next pose. I am so proud of you guys working on that breathing. Okay, and this is a bridge pose. And these are photos of me doing these at my house on the smart board. So if you can't see good here, you can see up there. So you're laying on your back with your knees bent, and you're going to put your hands together like this, cross your fingers through and put them on the ground, and then just raise your hips up. And this works just all the back of your legs, your hamstrings, and your bottom. You'll feel your muscles getting tired there. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You'll feel your hamstrings burning on this one. I can feel it right now. It's great. It's so soothing and relaxing. Yoga is also a great practice for when you get frustrated. It's just very calming. It's good. It's good for your muscles, good for your soul, your spirit, your brain. Just relaxes everything. Okay, this one's called the easy pose. It's kind of funny, but you just sit. It's basically crisscross. So if you're a younger elementary kid, crisscross applesauce. And some people do it like this. They do their hands here. And some do them here. And either way, whatever you want. But I want you to keep your shoulders back, your chest up high. You work on that posture and keeping your back straight, and breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And just stay here for a little bit and just breathe. Just think about a few things that you're thankful for in these difficult, hard, trying times. We're all just making the best of it. Very nice. And you can do these workouts with your siblings, your parents. It's good for anyone, any age can do this with you. Okay, and this is a cow pose right here. So you're kind of like a cow. And on this one, you have your back sort of arched up like this. And from here, we're gonna switch to cat pose. So you guys can stay on all fours like this, and I'm gonna click the screen quickly. You guys are doing so great. I'm so proud of you. And we're gonna switch to cat pose, which is not very, it's very similar to the cow pose. The cow pose, you're here, and the cat pose, you kind of round your back out and you look down. Are doing an amazing job, and you keep breathing. You'll sort of get dizzy if you're not breathing properly, so make sure you're breathing properly. And when you do this, you're squeezing all of your muscles. Squeeze your abdominal muscles, your stomach muscles, really tense them up. And then relax when you breathe out. Nice job. Let's go to our next pose. And this one, we're going to get back on our feet. And yoga is a very slow moving activity. You don't want to bounce around and jump a lot, so it's very calm. And you're going to have your legs shoulder width apart, almost like doing a squat, and your arms are up. You bend down. Try to get all of the weight on your heels. Nice job. It's just like doing squats. You're gonna feel it in your quadriceps, the front part of your leg, thigh muscle. You're gonna feel it there. It'll be burning. And you can do this, you can repeat these poses over and over. This one is a little more advanced. This one is called the airplane pose. Also, some people may call this an arabesque. So you pick whichever leg you feel more comfortable trying. I'm going to do my left leg. Make sure you are breathing when you do it, and make sure you squeeze your muscles really tight. Try to keep your chest up. And it's easier when you do the harder poses if you'll focus on something. So I was focusing on this one spot on the wall, and so if you focus on one thing, it's going to be easier to keep your balance, and you won't be, if you're not focused and you're looking everywhere, you're going to wobble. So if you focus, again, we can try it, and you do not have to bring your leg up as high as I am. I was a gymnast, so I'm used to doing these types of things. So if you are wanting to try it and you want to modify it a little bit, you can just put your leg down like this, a little bit lower. That way you can do this if you start to fall. And if you do well with that, you can go a little bit higher. You notice how I'm still breathing. Make sure you're breathing, because if you're holding your breath while you're doing it, you're gonna get lightheaded. So make sure you're breathing when you do it. I am so proud of you guys, and I see that you're working so hard, and I'm so excited. I love it. Just keep breathing, keep trying them. I know these are getting a little harder as we go on, and that's okay. That's what's supposed to happen in the lesson. But I'm just proud of you for trying something new. I know this is not your typical PE lesson, and we're just trying new things. So I'm so proud of you guys. Okay, let's go to our next pose is the crow pose. Now this one is quite difficult. So I would not try this one if you were not on carpet or grass, something soft, a softer surface, or if you have a yoga mat, which most of you probably do not, and that is okay. So for the crow pose, your arms are going to be out, your hands are going to be out like they would be for a push-up, and you're going to bend your arms, and your knees are basically going to rest on the back of your arm, your tricep. This is your tricep muscle, and your leg is going to be resting right there and on your elbow. And you can slowly get your feet off the ground, and basically it's a lot about balance. Notice how I'm still breathing. And again, when you do this pose, guys, try it softly first. Don't aggressively, don't jump up into it. You could get hurt doing that. So try to make sure that you just get your arm position ready. You lean your weight on your arms with your knees, and then you slowly pick your feet up and balance. And it's gonna be easier, kind of lean forward so you can balance the weight. Nice job, and come down slow. And then stand up and breathe for a couple counts. Nice, I'm starting to sweat, I can feel it. Keep breathing, good job. You guys are doing an amazing job. I can see that you're taking your deep breaths, you're inhaling and exhaling. I love it. And this last pose that I have here is one of the most difficult ones we're going to do today. And again, if you are not able to do the crow pose, you don't have to try any of these. You can do modified versions of them. Just like we did with the crow pose, we're going to do the flying lizard. For the flying lizard, you're going to get in a lunge position on the ground. You're going to take whatever leg you prefer. You can do your right or left. I'm more flexible on my left. So I'm going to take my arm and put it through here. Basically, your leg goes over your shoulder. Very good. Okay, now I know that some of my Central Park students can do these because we did a yoga unit at school. And I was most impressed with some of my 5th and 6th grade boys that are football players and basketball players. They were so excited about learning something new, and they did these hard poses and really enjoyed it. And you know what we did was, if you thought, well, some of the other poses were a little difficult, then you don't have to do these, or you can modify them. You can do the flying lizard. Just keep your feet on the ground, or try doing it with just one leg. you can modify it to make it fit for you. But I'm so glad you guys joined us today, and I want you guys to remember these poses. You can go back and watch this video. It'll be on YouTube, Monroe City Schools TV YouTube page. And again, I'm Coach Roark, and I'm with Cypress Point Elementary. I'm the PE teacher there, and I'm so glad you guys joined us. And I'm out of breath because the yoga lesson was hard. And don't be alarmed if you wake up and you're sore in weird areas tomorrow. It's just that you're not used to working those muscles. And when you play basketball or football, you're working different muscles than when you do yoga. Yoga is definitely a flexibility and range of motion type exercise, but it's very good for you. And I appreciate you joining us today, and namaste.